And Ortiz, top scorers for North Alabama. This is Will Susi, a veteran, off target from in close. And the Bisons have it after the first bucket from Powell. Both teams 14-4 in the regular season, but Lipscomb got the top seed. Ognacevic buries a three.
We were the nail. Did a much better job in that second matchup.
ASUN Coach of the Year, as you saw. He's a native of Huntsville, Alabama, and actually got a master's from North Alabama. He has seen a lot of the Lions throughout his career, including at the D2 level, longtime head coach at Alabama Huntsville. Here's Pruitt, second team all-conference, drive and dish. Anderson up top for Williams. Nearly walked with it, looking for the post entry. Dante Bacchus in off the bench, matching up with Ognacevic, who's... And Lipscomb looking for a second trip. We showed you they went there in 2018 under current Belmont head coach, just a mile from here, Casey Alexander. And we got a 2-point game late first half. Lipscomb handles the token pressure from North Alabama. Ognacevic, the player of the year in the conference, his last bucket at 15:36 until now. So
Berman, who needs some help down low.
Yeah, and he was in the paint for a long time before he passed it out. And the three is off the mark by Ashby, and Lipscomb on the run. Trying to get the crowd into this one. They've cut the lead down to 5 as they attack with the ball. Anderson wanting to drive. Does. Gets down baseline, kicks it out. Pruitt fakes with the three. He spins and goes through the paint. Can't get it up, so he throws it out. Down to 8 on the shot clock. He'll go to Ognacevic. He'll turn. And he got just down low with it.
Well, it's a must-have, especially when Malcolm Wilson is off the court like he is right now.
Here's Powell. Spins at the free throw line, gets it back to Anderson. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Spinning. J.O. fade right above the ASUN. Working it back inside. It's going to be Cash. Goes up. Left-handed shot. Too hard off the glass. Rebound comes down to Pruitt. Here come the Bisons. Pruitt wants to drive. Pulls it back. He's back to Asman. Now to Anderson. Pruitt was open for a second on a three, but doesn't. Down to 7 on the shot clock. J.O. from above the free throw line. Man. And so now Lipscomb will play it in once again. Anderson. Finally got it into Ognacevic, who wants to work down the baseline. Leaning on him was Bierman. He'll step through a couple of guys and off the glass. I mean, he just worked his...
Close.
He's the
being
senior
a shooting foul.
Out of Houston, Texas. Nice play by Ognacevic to get open. On the shot clock. Here's Mann on the drive. His little runner is short. He'll try to get the rebound over the back of Powell. He can't. Lipscomb has it. Trailing by 7 with the ball. Here's Ognacevic for 3. Make it a 4-point game. Championship. Lipscomb to play it in. Will Pruitt gets it to Anderson, and Lipscomb will attack with 35 on the game clock. Ognacevic wants to go one-on-one. Lost the dribble for a second. Picks it up. Has it. Leans in off the glass. We're tied at 67. Lipscomb's got the rebound. Out rebounding right now. The Bisons over the Bears 7-6. J.O. wants to drive. Does. Goes up in the middle. Lays it over the rim. Gets it
up for Cato against Giassi Powell.
Cato with the ASUN logo. Fade away. In and out. No good. Anderson's got the rebound for Lipscomb.
Played over 10 minutes. We haven't had a foul called in the game so far.
J.O. He's going to get the bucket.
It's getting ready for next season, so excited for volleyball to get back underway in the fall. Always fun talking with Coach Brandon Rosenthal, Lipscomb's volleyball coach, before the game.
We'll talk about somebody that could be a stand-up comedian. He could be. As inside with it goes J. Final shot. And Joe Anderson will come back toward midcourt and listen to Coach Lenny Acuff. He's directing traffic, and Joe's picking up on where he's sending them. Down to 6 on the shot clock. J.O.'s got it. He's going to drive, go to the rack, puts it up, rolls it over the rim, right as the horn is sounding. We can talk about the engagement. 3 off the mic, off the mound, that is. And the rebound, J.O. Up over Turner, gets the 2. After Turner connects on the bucket. Still a lot of time left in this one. 14-20 left to play.
Yeah, there's still time in this game. Central Arkansas not out of it by any stretch, but you're talking
now in the second half, 26-21 by the Bears.
Well, and it's not as much been the offensive end. It's just that Lipscomb has not been getting the stops they were getting in the first half against Central Arkansas.
Yeah, the Bears have hit 6 in a row. J.O. gets another 2. Get it to J.O. He's going to go toward the bucket. Stops at the ASUN. What a shot. 15 of 20 and only turned it over 6 times. When I saw that line after the game, I couldn't believe it, and I was there and watched it.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I watched it on ESPNU, and it was something to see.
J.O. on the drive. The senior over the rim. Ripped away. Nice steal there by Central Arkansas. Coming away with it. Bagany with it, and then it's stolen back. Here's a long pass down to Ognacevic. He'll go home. He'll go up. Beamy goes up and gets the 3 there, puts it in the book for the Bears, and they cut it to an 8-point game.
It's a big 3 right there, just to try to slow down a little of this momentum for Lipscomb.
Ognacevic for 3. Put it in the book for Elias Cato, the senior, 6'9", out of Queensland, Australia. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Anderson base on hole. What a pass. No look to J.O. He had to. And what they taught to you and what they do. I've been associated with Lipscomb athletics for about 50 years, and I've seen a lot of senior classes come through. And I've seen some great ones, too. Philip Hutchison, the athletic director here, he was one of the great ones. John Pierce had a great one the year he was a senior there. Lipscomb will play it in.
Lipscomb had about a 5-minute scoring drought in the first half. Working on an over 2-minute scoring drought now.
Grant Asmund on the floor now for Lipscomb. They'll feed it to J.O. just past the free throw line. Just a...
After a ton of success at D2 Alabama Huntsville. And trying to get his...
Shoots the rock so well behind the three-point line. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for guys to put the ball on the deck and get all the way to the basket. The help side defense is so concerned about the three-point shot.
And there's another one.
Uses body, head and shoulder fakes. He can play a little bully ball. He's a tough guy and 14 points a game for the Governors.
Ognacevic right at the rim over
in paint points. They got to the free throw line. That has to be the formula in the second half. Paint points and free throws to open up the three-point shooting.
They trailed by 8 in the first meeting and ended up getting blown out in the second half. But have been a much better basketball team here in the month of February. Came in having won 4 of their last 5. Good hands in the lane by Lax, but doesn't matter. Ognacevic
has to do a better job of staying in front of the ball, taking a stand, and beating Austin Peay to the spot. They got to win the spot, as Lenny Acuff told us today on the phone. Win the spot against the drive.
Ognacevic, they hadn't had a...
When you're down double figures, you can't trade buckets. You can't trade points. Stops have to come into the equation.
Ognacevic, another trip.
Off the glass, off a cut, in transition. Straight 2-3 zone right now by Austin Peay. Let's see if they extend that zone a little bit more.
Ognacevic steps out, says wide on the run. And Manuel gets another bucket here.
And that was a big key to the game. Lenny Acuff said, I want to win the line game. I said, Coach, what do you mean by the line game? He says, we want to win the three-point line and the free throw line.
And struggled from outside the arc. Long shot, no good there. Put up, I think, by Susi.
You would expect a high-scoring game between these two. This is the number 2 and number 4 scoring teams in the ASUN, and there's your number 1 scorer in the ASUN.
Got 3 Bisons ready to come in, a couple Lions ready to check in across the way. Long 3 off the mark, rebound kicked out. Susi couldn't grab it. Lipscomb gets it. And Joe Anderson quickly over to Will Pruitt.
Lipscomb's got to get a post touch to Ognacevic here.
And they will. Just as you said it, they get it to him. He goes home.
The number 1 rebounder in the ASUN conference is there. Is just a beautiful pickpocket steal that time by Joe Anderson.
Will Pruitt thought about a long three, but pulled back. We go inside a minute to play here in this first half. Ognacevic thinking about going one-on-one to the bucket. He will. Double team, puts it up and over, and it's good. He just power.
Difficult on Lipscomb offensively.
Powell with 13, rebound there to Pruitt. And, you know, we may talk about fouls or not fouls or how a coach gets upset and all these kind of things. I would hope that I feel the same way, whichever team it's being called against. And don't mind saying that when it happens that way or when they don't maybe pick a traveling call or whatever. But right now, Susi does a great job to get it in the paint and get the two. Lipscomb working with 5 players outside the three-point line. Now they'll get J.O. to step down on the blocks. He finds a gap. He'll go in. Can he reverse it? He does and lays it off the glass. He's one of the best.
Second offensive rebound on this possession alone for the Bisons.
Inbounds to Pruitt. Now he'll shout out some instructions. Now they'll get it to J.O. He'll bounce inside, spin, and turn. Soft little jump hook. Man has just missed one regular season game in a long, long time. He has played in 144 games coming into tonight. 5th-year senior. As they get it in, back for the first time in a long time playing for the Bisons here in this game. As Ognacevic on the run, misses, gets his on rebound, kicks it back out. They've got 20 on the shot clock. They can take a little time off here. And Coach Acuff puts up a stop sign across the way. 5.5 minutes to play here in this ball game.
It's the 7th offensive rebound for Lipscomb.
J.O. for 3. Put it in the book.
But Paul had the rebound, and he threw it away trying to hit a cutting butt tree. Anderson stepped in. They throw it down to Ognacevic. He collects against Paul, who fouled him, and he scored. 12-11 to go.
Explode off the floor when he caught that ball, went straight up and dunked it. I thought he was just going to lay it in, but he knew traffic was around. He went up with a 40 right there.
27th dunk of the year to lead EKU. Powell pump fakes down to Ognacevic. Ognacevic leaning through traffic and flipped it in. That's patience. Dry spell.
The absolute best time to get a wide open three is off an offensive rebound. Great kick out find by Blanton.
He's now 15 of 26 as Ognacevic answers on the potential. Mayar Wall loses the defender and misses it. Long kicker. Crowd was going to come unglued on that one on the step back. Here's Joe Anderson, eyes up. White. Lipscomb, the way they play the game, never out of it here. 15:30 to go. Had a big run last year at home against DKU. Ognacevic burns Myrick there, and Myrick tried to be 10 years earlier. Went to Michigan State, and Blanton with a long-reaching arm. Ognacevic good enough to stop the angle. And they run it to Ognacevic, and he banks it in, and Holt fouls it.
Mismatched on transition right here.
And Anderson tries to make him pay and can't. But Ognacevic will. So he put it back up and in. Yeah. J.O. EKU has been whistled for 13, which is about 4 times as many, 3 times as many as Lipscomb. Ognacevic turns the corner and dunks. Holt wasn't back there.
Munoz thought about a 3 but doesn't. But here's a 3-pointer from the left-hander, fired up there by McLean. Doesn't go. Lipscomb's got the rebound. Eagles with a 3-point lead. Lipscomb with the ball. Anderson almost lost it down on the baseline, but got it inside to J.O.
His 6th in the A-Sun, 4.3 assists per game, and you saw a pretty one right there.
We've gone beyond the 16-minute mark, down below the 12-minute mark, and have yet to have one of our media timeouts. Here's J.O. in reverse, stepping around, lays it over the rim. More edge right now than the Bisons. Hook short there, up by Stewart. Lipscomb's got the rebound. They'll push it to the other end. J.O. out top with it. Gonna drive. His fader's gonna be good.
Talking in that huddle, really complimenting his team's effort. He said, if we give effort like this all game long, I like where we're gonna be at. Did talk about Jacob Ognacevic, said if he turns the corner, we have got to have help in the baseline.
Well, we'll see if they start doubling up on him right there. He took it to the A-Sun low. A lot of backing in, off the glass, a little bit too hard there, and the rebound's going to come down to Miles White. Munoz just couldn't get it to go. He was backing it in, trying to work it up off the glass, but it didn't drop for him. Here's J.O. He'll stop at the free throw line. He'll get that one. Getting it in the book. He's got 7, make it 10 points now. He's in double figures for Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah,
we go inside a minute, Justin.
Huge bucket there by Florida Gulf Coast just to stop the momentum.
Anderson down low. He's going to kick it out. J.O. for 3. Counter it. And Lipscomb has a rebound. Florida goes to Florida Gulf Coast. FGCU has missed their last 4 field goals. Hasn't scored in a couple of minutes. And Jacob.
Last one, I almost think Pruitt might should have pushed the envelope, taken that up, try to draw the foul, but Stetson 1 for 5 now to start the game from the field.
Massey misses on the 3. Here's Pruitt driving, rather Powell driving over to Pruitt in the corner. Now Joe Anderson, nice drive out to Ognacevic. Beautiful formation, beautiful 3. Ball finally does and dribbles out of there. How did he do that, Justin?
Well, I don't know, because he was on a knee and then he started to dribble, then stood up. Jones wanted a travel, and now they keep varying their defense up, but they do seem to go zone more when Jacob Ognacevic is in the game. The only time they've been man is when he's been out of the game.
Thompson averaged about 4 points a ball game as J.O. got the reverse in the back door and go.
How about Thompson, though? He's averaging only 3.8 points a game, and he's got a team-high 11 right now.
Joe Anderson, nice feed down low to Ognacevic. Little drive pitch to the corner for a 3 that won't go out there for Gross. And Lipscomb comes out with it. Joe Anderson with a directed traffic. We're inside a minute. What a pass! What a bucket! Ellison, he averages nearly 16 points a game. Probably one of the best players. But tonight we've seen a great play out of Thompson for the Hatters. But that was a great move to the bucket.
Just really good adjustment in the air.
Yeah. Speaking of adjustment in the air, then he touches it. Man, what a touch pass to Pruitt. Won't go, but there to put it up is J.O. Lipscomb on their end of the court will play it in. 24 on the shot clock as Powell gets it into Pruitt to run the offense. Ognacevic spinning into the paint, going up over the rim and good.
He's there to score, but he's in there to be a disruptor a little bit with his energy.
Ellison missed on the 3 at the other end. Him. They're not going away.
Goes from 18 down to 14 just like that.
71-57. 14-point lead. Lipscomb's biggest lead, as Justin mentioned, was 18. Charlie Williams looking for some help. Finally gets it to Powell with 12 on the shot clock. Now he'll go to the big boy down low. Here's Jacob leaning hard, uses the square off. Coast will come in here at 9-4 after losing to Austin Peay tonight.
There's some fun matchups on Saturday in the ASUN. You got Jacksonville. Whoa!
Oh, me! You're with it. Massey's going to try to attack the rim. His shot short off the side, and Powell comes out of nowhere to get a rebound. Wants to give it to J.O. again. This time he'll just lay it off the glass.
A veteran on this team finds Ashby, 3-point marksman. Ashby, that's a rare 2, misses.
And they've been real rare. It's funny because you take 2-point field goals a game now. That's way more than he used to. It used to be all 3s, but now that's a part of his game a little bit, even putting it off the deck a little bit more.
90% of his field goal attempts in his career have been from beyond the arc.
I would have taken the over.
Here's Ognacevic, triple, buries it. We're going to see a lot of that today. Adjusted tempo per KenPom. And meanwhile, Lipscomb, 237th nationally.
Yeah, it's a high efficient game. If you're looking for some Power 4, Power 5 basketball that's been successful in the past in this college game, you can look at a Virginia offense as you see when they're stagnant offensively, they haven't scored in a while. I think he's their best all-around player. Queens is so good spread out. You're talking about when healthy, they have a 9-man rotation, which is the exact opposite. As you mentioned, a difference of styles here. Lipscomb has 4 guys that are in the top 10 in minutes played in this conference. Queens doesn't have 1 in the top 10. In fact, Leo is in the top 15. That's the best they have. So can you get this Lipscomb team tired with your depth? And can Lipscomb hang in there with all of their really good stars?
Buries it. That's his 3rd 2-pointer of the game. Ties his season high.
They don't like taking a lot of mid-range jumpers. In fact, defensively, they want to bait the offense in taking a bunch of mid-range jumpers. But how about Ashby? If you're going to convert on those, then sure enough, why not take it? Make you pay. I mean, he has been very aggressive with the basketball in his hands. A bunch of fakes and then exploding off of the first step, really quick and hard to stay in front of.
Pruitt, an all-conference guard for Lipscomb. Here is Ognacevic. His three rains in. Ognacevic drives. Ognacevic bumped short. Gets the rebound. Ognacevic lays it in.
I thought Jabril.
I don't know if I've ever seen a half where a team shoots 56% and they're minus 16 in the half.
John,
Berman misses both.
You can't get a rebound advantage. Queens loves out-rebounding their opponents. They had a 14 rebounding advantage the last time they played, but if you're just going to hit shots all the time, it's tough to get those offensive and defensive boards.
Lipscomb 65% from the field in this half. Here's Anderson, 10 to shoot. Anderson, Ognacevic. Ognacevic spins, double, doesn't matter. What a bucket.
Point guard putting it down.
Noel is known for his assists, but man, he can also score. He's very efficient from the range.
Don't want to leave that man wide open, and they pay for it. Putting it in. The senior from Fort Smith, Arkansas, standing at 6'9", 221, using all that frame to get physical. Here's Boylan, the Air Force transfer, gets it down low to Ognacevic. Jacob Ognacevic goes up and gets the two after getting
aggressive bounce pass there by Ricky Ballard. That's what you want as a coach. You want those aggressive passes. You don't want anything light so no one else can grab it. Got right to him. Easy turnaround bucket.
Ognacevic looking for somebody to hand it off to. Has trouble getting it to somebody. Here comes Pruitt to save the day. He takes it away and looks to work the post against Demetrius Johnson. He kicks out. Ognacevic now inside using the size. Fadeaway jumper is good. And the ball game is Logan Suber, who just receives the ball right there for the Bisons. Newly checked into the ball game after the previous timeout. Ognacevic hands it off, or thought about it, to Suber. Picks it up, tries the post on the baseline. He gets double teamed, gets it back, but he's wide open for three, and they mess up on that. Griffin, who has had a stellar year so far, 6'6", senior from St. Joseph, Missouri. Ognacevic, who checks back into the game, takes a spot up three, and they left
and screaming. That's the kind of aggressive and physical toughness you want to see out of your big men down in the paint.
Yeah, and just trying to light a spark under the feet of the Bisons as well. They know they can play better than this. It's just, can they translate? Powell tried to find Ognacevic down low. That time they do, and that time it's Joe. And it's trying to continue that. He's down low, trying the dunk, and it gets partially blocked, but he managed. Division II National Championship.
Williams, Dryden, and Ognacevic both reign, from Wisconsin.
Ognacevic's three is good, and stay where it's at. What a dish out for three. It's no good. It was perfectly executed, but just couldn't make the shot right there as West Georgia. Inside, Anderson dishes out. Good ball movement, and it forces the jam. Anderson off the screen. Bounce pass behind the back. Ognacevic inside.
And Lipscomb's Will Pruitt will play it in right beside head coach Scott Davenport for the Knights. And Lipscomb will attack again. They're into the court, trailing by 2. J.O. for 3. Put it in the book.
Right. That's really rare these days to have a guy that can do both so effectively.
Shot off the mark there by Hoth, and the rebound to J.O. And here comes Lipscomb. Lead back to 11. Long three. Ognacevic.
This time out.
I'll send Coach Lenny a little note that look out when he goes to the postgame with you, because you may have that Gatorade ready if he gets a win here today. We had it set Thursday night, and they lost Eastern Kentucky. We see what they can do here today. You want to see what...
Keep the pedal down, because they have been down before. They've come back. They did it the other night against Austin Peay. This is a team that has a lot of experience, and they're very patient.
J.O. breaks on the 3, steps in by the free throw line, nails
us and in with us to end up winning this game.
Well, Bellarmine 0-9 in the conference. They haven't won a game on the road, but they got a lot of heart, and you could tell by that half that they can win. We'll see how the final 20 minutes pan out as Lipscomb has the ball to start things off. Patton Cook will work our sidelines. Benjamin Seaman filling in for his brother Justin here sideline with me as J.O. takes a long three from the top of the Texas. He shot that three. You put it in the brick for him. It's back to a 6-point lead for Lipscomb after that three-pointer made by Bellarmine.
Yeah, really nice counter by Bellarmine there. Just an open look. Nobody guarding him.
Nice pass, Charlie Williams. Just a 5-point lead with 14:24 to play. Bellarmine, great run to end the half, and they are right in the thick of things here after they had fallen down by as many as 14. See a zone defense now from Bellarmine after the timeout. Here's J.O. Little shot that's up and good.
Again.
Spinning. Shot won't go. Off the glass a little hard by Doyle. Lipscomb cleans the glass. They head to the other end.
It was big, though, that he was able to shoot those free throws, because if not, Bellarmine gets to choose from the worst free throw shooter on the floor, and Joe Anderson's a good free throw shooter, so good that he was able to get those two for Lipscomb.
Here's J.O. for three. Put it in the book.
Ahead in this game.
Here's Watkins. He's been the big gun in the second half. This three is off the mark, however. Lipscomb's got the ball with a 5-point lead with 7:36 to play. Pruitt directing some traffic since Joe Anderson's over on the bench. We'll see if they get him back in here a moment after he turned that ankle. I think he actually may still be in the training room area being checked out. Here's J.O. spinning, going up, laying it over the front of the iron. Very special time this week for him. Here's a shot from the corner. Off the mark, rebound. Jacob Ognacevic has it for Lipscomb.
Well, in that time, Anderson was really coming out, but didn't really have any help in transition. But that's what I was talking about. There was about 4 Colonels trying to go for that offensive rebound.
J.O., who's been quiet, gets it.
Just 2 of 9, so really give credit to Eastern Kentucky. Offensively, they're making it tough on Lipscomb.
J.O. tries another three. Get the rebound for Lipscomb.
Well, really good defense that time. They created just a one-man game and a little fadeaway from Blanton. That's what Lipscomb wants to do defensively, and quite frankly, that's what Lipscomb has done defensively this year in having the #1 scoring defense in the A-Sun.
Ognacevic only 5 points here in this first half, catches it down low, and that's one of the things they work with. But my feeling is if it's a foul made bucket or not.
Right.
At least that's what I would think. Now, I got an old school mentality.
That's a big
sometimes.
move by Wall, though, to kind of break what was starting to feel like maybe a little bit of momentum for Lipscomb.
Back down to an 11-point game, or back up to that, rather, as J.O. lost it downstairs. Now he dribbles into the paint. His replant and regrow, and they've done it.
Yeah, it was interesting looking at the box score from a year ago. Only 3 current players on the roster for Eastern Kentucky played in that game last year. As Ognacevic, big
Pruitt,
and they're going to have somebody to pick up the slack for Will Pruitt. Again, you're talking about Will Pruitt, double-digit score per game. He's got 0 right now for the Bison. So either Will's got to get going or somebody else is going to have to pick up the slack.
Well, J.O.'s got it in the paint. He backs in, and then from the A-Sun logo, led by Anderson with 15 and J.O. with 14, as the inbound goes from Anderson to Ognacevic. Joe gets it right back out top to work the offense. And here's J.O. from the corner. His three is a good.
Long time without a stoppage. We are nearly 7 minutes into this game. Taken away by the Bison. 6th turnover already committed by the Bears. Ognacevic wide open underneath. Turner loses the handle. Another turnover committed by the Bears. Anderson, whoo, what a find! And Ognacevic finishes on the other side. Out, Powell with the shot clock expiring. Ognacevic, second chance, count it, plus the foul.
That was a big blow. Coach Acuff talked about. He was the pivotal piece to their offense, too.
Oh, good hands. Anderson on. Oh, Asman tracked it down. That one looked like a turnover. Lipscomb settles into the half court. Pruitt avoids the defense. Three-pointer falls
off a 3-touch possession.
North Alabama just coming at the boards and just couldn't get anything to go there. That's a tough break for the Lions after great effort.
Ognacevic working on the block on Tay Fields. He had the brief mismatch. Fields fronting. Ognacevic counted in.
The basketball, you can't move him. It's good defense by Will Pruitt. He was there, beat him to the spot, hands up, stayed vertical, but Tay Fields was better on that one.
Ognacevic
down for this North Alabama team. Coach Bill told him there's going to be opportunities, and right now they're answering that challenge. +4 on the boards are the Lions.
1-point ball game. Lipscomb 2 of 9 from 3. North Alabama 2 of 11 from 3. Ognacevic, look at the step through and the soft touch.
Just when there was nothing happening for North Alabama, Cannon Jefferson just looks up, fires, and buries a monster 3 for the home team.
Ognacevic spinning. Oh, he finally gets the shot.
Hopefully, we might even get a picture of Will up playing in that a little bit later in our broadcast. There's a missed 3 by Carpenter, and Lipscomb to the other end.
There's a mismatch down low for McCubbin, the freshman against the senior. Lipscomb will can't afford to have wide open looks from downtown.
Little step back 3, in and out, no good there by Brookshire. And Lipscomb quickly to the other end. The long lead up to J.O.
Right now to play him straight up one-on-one.
Thomas almost put it into Coach Lenny Acuff's lap, but then a shot down low by Haney's off the mark, and here comes Lipscomb once again. They'll go inside to J.O. once again. He'll fake. He'll go up. He'll just lay it over the rim this time.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about culture of a program. It starts at the top here at Lipscomb, and Lenny Acuff has his own brand, his own culture, and it fits exactly what Lipscomb as a university wants to be and as a college basketball team want to be.
Boy, they're laying all over Ognacevic down low. As Thomas just trying to grab him and take him with him. They've hooking arms with him and everything else. Now he gets free, and Boylan finds
from downtown.
He hit 9 of 15 threes in his 38-point performance on Thursday night. And here tonight already, he's got 5 points, nailing his first 3 now here in this ball game. Nice, down low. Oh, get it to Ognacevic. He's a book in Allen Arena, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point ball game.
7th made 3 of the game for Austin Peay. This is an Austin Peay team that averages just about 8 a game, so 7 in the first half, coming off of a program record 19 last time out. But Lipscomb, again, they can have that.
To the paint, Lipscomb's got a 2-on-2 break. Back to Powell for a 3. Off the mark, no good. Loose ball picked up by J.O. Right play. Capability that Lipscomb can use to their advantage. This time they'll throw it in again to J.O. Will trying to feed Ognacevic. Got it a little long, but he picks it up and he lays it over the rim. How many is court press being applied here by Austin Peay? And so Powell having some trouble getting it in, finally does to Anderson. He's able to move everybody else across the timeline, and he brings it up to run the offense. They'll go once again down to J.O. Gets the player by him, and he lays it over the rim.
A double-digit lead. It's at 13 now.
13 points is their largest lead. Out on top, 52-39, with 12 and a half minutes to play here in this ball game. Ognacevic down low, backs himself into the paint. Little jump hook. He's going to get a lot of iron. Out with it. Haney. He'll pull up a 3. This one's short. And there for another rebound is Ognacevic.
That's his 12th. He's got a double-double.
J.O. driving into the paint. Up over. Good. Draws a foul.
Bellarmine recovers fairly well. Powell open and banks off to Ognacevic, who follows. 5+ minutes. Into Ognacevic. It popped out. Got it back. Doesn't miss that time. Got to go fast. Hacker. Shot fake. Floater. Missed from the free throw line. Good shot fake to spring free, but not able to capitalize. And here's Pruitt, who has 8 to lead the way for Lipscomb. Inside to Ognacevic on a redshirt freshman. Right past Luke Anderson. Saw all the attention that Karasinski drew on that last possession. Looking inside, got the mismatch. Hacker on Ognacevic, just too easy.
So they have time getting stops. Lipscomb's only 1 for 5.
Another good look for Powell, can't convert. Ognacevic finally through traffic scores. 8-point lead for Lipscomb, largest lead. Doyle now. No.
He's got to finish those layups if you're Bellarmine.
Leading to good looks this way for Lipscomb. Bellarmine back defending inside the arc. Another mismatch. Ognacevic got to his spot. There's Gooden. Muscles his way inside. Can't convert. Ognacevic cleans. We will check in with Jeff in just a moment. 47-32. Lipscomb on top of Bellarmine. Inside Ognacevic. And there's a quick more of a commitment to it on all fronts has led to these improved numbers. And they're hoping improved results, a.k.a. getting back to the NCAA tournament. Because they've had pretty much everything but that the last several years. Their last tournament trip in 2018. Bounce pass, Ognacevic lost it, got it back, and lays it home.
Lipscomb really picked it up. We'll see if things can change, although this has been going on now almost 7 minutes.
3 not good from the corner by Hardaway, and Lipscomb's got the rebound. Oh, what a pass. What a dunk. 7% against Austin Peay. They were 9 of 19 in that ball game. Get it off to J.O. Steps inside, uses the glass, gets it.
Anderson, and he recognized it and drained the free throw.
Long 3 on the way. Misses the mark there by Noel. Lipscomb's got the rebound. They could take the lead. Ognacevic wants to drive. He does. Gets the man in the air. Gets the bucket. Draws the...
But on the defensive end, Lipscomb, #1 in the conference right now defensively in scoring defense, holding teams to 66 points per game. You wouldn't notice it here in the first 5 minutes, but Queens, they were dead last in the A-Sun in defense last year. They're 6th right now in the conference. So both of these teams have been much better defensively this season.
And a ball movement by the Bisons to set up Ognacevic. Instead of shooting the 3, he wants to take it down. He'll do the little turnaround jumper. Gets it up over.
The way for Queens, 4 of 5 from downtown. But Lipscomb has kind of crawled their way back. They've done it on the defensive side. And now Lipscomb with a tie game looking to take a lead.
And they do as Jacob.
The sporting world saw that they've moved an NBA game. They've moved an NFL game because of it. I mean, it's just affecting everybody. J.J. Redick, the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, his house has been destroyed. I saw that on ESPN. So, I mean, it is just devastating what's going on.
J.O. trying to battle inside, spins and turns and shoots it over Wilson and gets for Mann, the junior, out of Gainesville, Florida. And it's a 4-point lead by Queens.
Queens is 9-0 this year as Ognacevic answered.
All the clock was winding down.
Well, Coach Leonard upset about the previous shot before that. I thought there was a foul. And there's just been a lot of contact here, really, throughout this one.
Inside to J.O.
Let it fly, baby.
Anderson averaging 34% from 3. That one off the mark for Smith. So North Florida starts off 0 for 3 from distance in this one. There's a big matchup. Ognacevic trying to power in on Litteris, creates some room, hard to stop.
He just stays in there, ready to kick it out.
So he makes a couple of free throws there. He's got 4 points. Has the most points for the Ospreys so far early in this game. Just no one.
Kind of a rush look. He had a guy closing out on him kind of hard. Maybe one more kick on that pass.
1 for 6 from 3. The Ospreys starting off this game for a team that shoots the most threes in the country, makes the most threes in the country at 13.5 per game. The entry pass down low. Ognacevic double team, so they trapped him down low. Good ball movement. Pruitt, Ognacevic, the reverse.
Pruitt has
in half. And Coach, this Lipscomb team made the ASUN conference.
They get fouled, absolutely. They draw some fouls. They don't give fouled. A lot. This is their style of play, and their bigs going at the rim.
Ognacevic putting that one through. If they push, Barry slowed it down a little bit. Now Josiah Miles catch and shoot three off of the mark. They're 3 for 17 in this ball game from deep.
Josiah Miles is.
Ognacevic lost it, got it back. With 8 points, one shy of his season high. Harris saw the bodies.
It's tough in there. There's two guys on Harris. Somebody's open outside, but you're not making anything from outside.
The bullet underneath. Ognacevic putting that one through.
Reminds me of going into Michael Jordan's draft. I can't remember who was number one, but they said we need a center. Play Michael Jordan at center then.
Grant Osmond thought about it, thought better of it. Jacob Ognacevic gets that to go underneath. Jacob wants to see. McCray tried to force that one. Ognacevic corrals it and able to finish with the right.
That was that hot honey jam or whatever they call that stuff. Dog.
JU down by 2. And Swisher Gymnasium is alive. Ognacevic with a
in the 6'11".
That was a tough
center.
jumper.
Stop. You need to stop. Don't foul.
Ognacevic hits the mid-range
Got
jump
great
shot.
touch.
It over, gives it to Powell, right back to Joe Anderson. He'll fire the three. No good. Rebound, Jacob. Ognacevic down low. May have taken an extra step.
For the nose. Then he got hit in the eye, had some stitches over his eye, so he was playing with those stitches that last time.
J.O. in the paint on a pass. 5 of 10, make it 5 of 11 now. Outside the arc for the Eagles. J.O. free throw line. Nothing but a little string. As East Carolina won that battle between those two Carolina teams, knocking off North Carolina State in that bowl game.
1-3-1 zone again for Asbury.
Ognacevic, man, he Lipscomb with a 4-rebound advantage, 19-15. Spinning and going up off the glass. Well, I thought he maybe tried to shoot a J.O. by all means.
Yeah, great set play and such a good finisher around the rim.
Missed shot there with some pretty tough defense by Lipscomb. And now Pruitt with a quick pass down to J.O.
Figuring out, without saying the state, where some of these cities are located.
And it's interesting how many states have a city named the same in all the states. Down low, J.O. goes up and takes. Long three, misses the mark there as it was fired up by Scott Shepard.
And Ognacevic does get that double-double as he picks up the rebound there.
And now he goes in for another bucket. He's got 20 points. That's a town in Kentucky we've all heard of before, as Anderson fires up a three off the mark. Rebound, and the putback's going to be good by scoring him here in the second half so far. 21-8 over Asbury. Three again by Powell off the mark. Falls right to his breadbasket.
And Jalen Counter with the first points tonight, coming off a 12-point performance, knocked down 3 threes in the win at home on Monday against Cal Baptist. He's back in the starting lineup after missing a few games after tweaking that knee a couple of weeks ago. Lipscomb comes into this game 7-4 for the Bisons out of the A-Sun, where they are favorites to win the conference this year. Tough fadeaway shot will drop for Powell's transition three is short, and Pruitt with the offensive rebound. Williams high-low to Ognacevic. And J.O. showing a little. Middle's lead is 7. Ognacevic at the rim through
Nice patience there by Chris Loof after the shot block, and had the ability to just throw that little baby hook over the top. Basically an unguardable shot.
Anderson hesitating, dropping it off for Ognacevic, right Calhoun, Georgia.
And showed it there.
Yeah. Also, a 3-time state pole vaulting champion.
That's a nice deal by Anderson there. Alston missed his shot, got the offensive rebound, and before he could go back up, Anderson had it.
Ognacevic at the rim. Anderson switching gears, dropping it off. Now Williams lines up the 3, and not this time. Lipscomb gets the offensive rebound. Ognacevic at the rim on the find. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Middle on top by 6. Ognacevic fading away over Lands, and that's an NBA shot.
It really on the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, this is a Lipscomb team that would love to get to the free throw line as Ognacevic. Justin Porter gets to go back to that natural role of being just a scoring 2-guard.
Middle showing 1-3-1 here.
Mustafa quarterbacking the defense from the middle. Trying to throw the Bisons a curveball. Ognacevic knocked it out of the park.
Mustafa rebounding outside of the zone. Basically 1 against 2 as well, not to mention getting the putback. Big possession.
Career rebound number 1,001 for Issa Mustafa Baptist, but it seemed like all those misses come in bunches.
And Middle now 4 out of 10 from the free throw line in the second half alone.
Shooting 69% as a team, 7th best in Conference USA.
Lipscomb counters that by going 11 of 13 from the free throw line so far.
5 to shoot, Pruitt. Now Ognacevic, baseline drive on Buford, pulls up, got it to drop.
What a tough shot to lead.
Anderson on the drive. Now Pruitt with 10 to shoot. They go around the horn. Powell trying to work his way around counter. Now Faulkner, shot fake, swipe by Buford. But it stays on this end. They got to get it up. And it falls.
Pointer, put that one up and good in the book. R.J. Bryant gets the 3. That's going to be his 5th 3 of the season. Ognacevic catches it on the baseline, steps in, uses the glass on a nice feed that came to no call. He wanted a foul on it, but the official didn't agree. Bouncing around off the rim. Bison's using their length, and now they get it out to one of the tallest guys for the two-handed. Ball taken away there, blocked away. I don't know if they'll get a steal out of that or not, Justin, as it was taken by Joe Anderson. Ken, who got blocked, was running the point for him. Little drive, little soft shot. In and out, no good. Right at the ASUN logo, and Lipscomb's there to get the rebound as Miles White comes away with it. Ognacevic wants to back it into the paint. He does. Now he comes in, puts it up over the rim and good. Draws a 3-point. Into the corner. This is an 18-footer for 2 that won't go. And then Lipscomb ran into each other, but they do come out as both Pruitt and Ognacevic kind of bumped each other, but they held on to the rebound. And J.O. down on the baseline. What a soft little turnaround. He goes up and gets the 2.
Yeah, just that time, that was strength on strength right there. Pruitt is a strong defender, but just a strong move that time by Cole into the chest.
Cole averages about 6 points a game, coming off of 13 points against Kansas City as Ognacevic scores for Lipscomb. That was his first.
Terry. There's a collision there, so that's hard.
6'7", 215-pounder Terry. And again, Faulkner slips through the defense.
That was
the teachers who are trying to corral.
How about Cole in this one? He's got 10 points to lead the way for SEMO. He's only averaging 6 points a game. It's been a good game for Cole.
Well, he had started some earlier, but coming off the bench, doing a great job today for SEMO. Anderson feeds it to Ognacevic. Nice fake, nice shot fake, goes up and gets the 2. Another one of the 7-footers, one of 3 that the Redhawks have. Anderson to the free throw line, kicks it back out to J.O., who thought about the 3, but then he'll drive. Down to 12 of the shot clock as he pitched it back to Anderson. Now they'll find J.O. down low. A couple of shot fakes. Follows, and his shot pinballs around and drops in. Double figures in the last game. His first time in his career to score in double figures. Had 14 against Kansas City. Lipscomb's missed their last 4 field goals and hit only 1 of their last 7. They really need a bucket this time down court. Get it to J.O. in the paint. He'll work into the paint with it, lay it off the glass and get it. That's exactly what they needed to do. Go to the block and let him. This Beal turnaround jumper is going to be good. Walked into the paint. Bill's been an impressive player here in this ball game today for the Red Hawks. J.O. got impression. He wanted to be fouled on that one. Quickly look at Lipscomb's schedule after today's game. Their December schedule is Truett McConnell coming in here on Monday night, and then next Thursday at Middle Tennessee, and then Asbury will be in to wrap up this year, and then we begin conference play on the road down in Jacksonville against Jacksonville in North Florida there on January 2nd and January 4th. And so we'll get into play in the ASUN, but a little OVC ASUN showdown here in Allen Arena today. Ognacevic on the drive. Nice little runner.
Pruitt rebounds.
Wheeland, a player for Chattanooga, still looking to establish his offensive game. So far, it feels like he has run hot and cold this year. You can live with that, and Coach Earl has, because Bash gives you that kind of physical flash-out defense. That
he comes in, Chattanooga outscoring Lipscomb 10-2 off the bench.
Yeah, you were down by 8, and then you rattled off 8, and you established some interior play.
Over 4 minutes without a made basket for Lipscomb. Here's Ognacevic. That's how you snap.
Because, again, it is so hard to defend. Little miss there defensively.
Ognacevic has the rebound. Ognacevic, he'll try to drive, goes baseline.
That hasn't told us they don't like it. And
right.
It does affect their game to some degree.
Honor Huff nearing 1,000 points in his college career. Jacob Williams is 6'10", and Huff able to bank it in for Chattanooga. Here is Williams on Mulholland. Ognacevic against Champion. Working. Able to get the shot away.
As Grant kind of nimble in there, really nice move to go up and get that bucket.
6'11", 290, works his way down low and gets the bucket for the Tigers. J.O. steps outside the three-point line. A couple of big threes now, and it's back down to a 4-point game. 35 seconds to play. J.O. in the paint. Nice to see.
The first time we've seen Jackson State really attack the rim on the offensive glass like that. And again, Lipscomb was getting out-rebounded by 6 a game coming in as there's a nice backdoor.
On the drive after he missed the 3, we'll get the 2. Pruitt pushing it down court for Lipscomb. Nice pass again down low. J.O. puts one up, gets it. He's in double figures. He'll have 4 timeout coming up next at our next break. McMillan, little jump shot, in and out, no good. Catalina, who's in the line, rather. They go inside, and they feed the ball down. They're on the way. This one good. He's had a good day tonight, this afternoon. Jamie Mitchell, the red shirt, who was injured last year and had to sit out most of that season, took the red shirt from being hurt last year. As Powell has it for Lipscomb, but they go inside again, and J.O. lays it over the rim. We're going
a little quicker than Lipscomb wants to play. Benefits Kentucky. Little putback is good
nice
from Ognacevic. is averaging 11 threes a game off these assists that we're looking at tonight based on how Lipscomb plays defense.
Kentucky 8 of 13 from downtown. Absurd. Ognacevic, a little fadeaway jumper is good.
We're making a shot.
He could be like a bowling ball going downhill. You know, he doesn't have to start at the other end of the floor to get going, just like on that last basket.
Well, pokes are a little bit of a lost start in the game. Just a really good jump hook. Got to the spot on the court that he wanted to get to. He's gambling for steals at this point. Trying to block every shot.
3 in the corner is in and out, no good. Ognacevic working hard down low and gets the putback.
Pull back, step back 3. It's not an easy 3. He makes it look easy.
He's got 9, and he's a perfect 3.
I think he was the number 5 player in all of Tennessee. Babacar, left hand, found away, tipped 1 on 3. Still almost made it, but right there to pull it down was Miles White of Lipscomb. Ognacevic, a little mismatch inside, kicked it out. He had a mismatch there with Bayless. He had about 7-8 inches on him.
See, now they're just throwing the ball direct into the post rather than try to seal the guy and throw it over. And as I was saying, I think Joe Anderson went over and said something in the very next play. That's exactly what they got to. So
that's the first points for Faulkner of the game. They got Lipscomb within 2. Ognacevic in the lane, a little soft one-hander. Marshall way out. Thadford feeling it, missed it. McHenry right there, loses it right into the hands of Powell, right on the baseline. Anderson for Lipscomb. We're under 2 minutes to go in the game. 5-point advantage for WKU. Powell, Pruitt, Ognacevic, 3.
Put his face plenty of times in the past. Ball loose on the floor. J.O. picks it up. J.O. is the reigning ASUN Player of the Week. He works himself down low and just kept
out of sorts offensively. Again, they're shooting 27%. And when you're struggling, sometimes you need a defensive play and a flush. And Belmont just, again, every action that Lipscomb's trying to run, Belmont is knowing what Lipscomb's about to run, and they've defended it really nicely.
J.O. out top with it. Ball deflected away, but Powell comes up with it. J.O. for 3 from the corner. We're tied again.
And that time, that was exactly what Pierre needed to go. When Lipscomb switched, he had the mismatch there, and Lipscomb not helping over, doubling on Pierre.
Anderson drives in, gives it off to J.O. all the way through. And we're glad to have Roger on that sideline over there with the rest of the coaching staff. Lipscomb has the ball. We are underway. Final 20 minutes of this one from the Music Center. Charlie Williams to the wing with it to Pruitt. Kick it back to Williams. He thought about a 3, does it? Down to 12 on the shot clock as they'll go to J.O., who will shoot the 3. What a whip.
Yeah, that's just 2 really good guards going against each other, Will Pruitt and Carter Witt.
And what I liked about Lenny Acuff the other night, what he said about J.O. was, he stuck with us and we stuck with him. And he set out last year with the injury, but they both worked hard to get him to come back this year, and he's off the glass. He's off the glass. Got the first 5 of the second half for Lipscomb. And there's a steal by Pruitt. Anderson back to J.O. He's got the first 7 of the good.
Peebles was ready to shoot that as soon as he touched the ball.
And it was really Peebles who made the defensive play at the other end, too. 2-point Bruin lead. 13-39. J.O. long 3. As he won't go, Suber saves it in the corner, and Lipscomb keeps it alive for Pruitt to put up a 3 that's off the mark. But now J.O.'s got the long rebound. 19 on the shot clock. Suber tries to drive, ball loose on the floor. He'll save it. Now they'll find J.O. down low. They'll lay it over the rim.
With the turnover, can't get the layup, and then you come back with the 3. Just what the doctor ordered for Belmont. Now they've got to defend.
7-point lead. Make it a 10-point.
Wofford a year ago. Wofford out-rebounded Lipscomb by 12 in that game. They do a really good job on the glass.
Ognacevic on the drive this time, up over the iron and good. Down low. Missed shot, but a nice rebound. Terriers kick it back out for a shot down the wing. Won't go there. Missed shot by Bailey, and here comes Lipscomb with the ball. Oh,
What a
nice
pass.
play. Anderson to Ognacevic.
Nice challenge that time by Wofford, and I just like the way that Wofford is really stuck with it here. You know, they got down by double-digit points here, but they just kind of stayed the course, and what they've done, they've just started to be more physical. Really nice job using his strength against Ognacevic. Closest that Wofford's been in a long time.
He's got 8 points now, and he does a good job of using that body. Can the Bisons counter?
Second chance opportunities. That's 12 second chance points for the Terriers. That's where they've been making their money in this game.
Terriers have not led in this first half. Lipscomb led by as many as 11. They lead here by 4, holding it for the final shot of the first half. J.O. fakes with a 3, drives it. The little runner is good. Here.
Ninth made 3 of the game for Wofford, and now a 9-0 run for the Terriers. After Lipscomb went on a 10-0 run, now you've seen 3 made 3s and a 9-0 run. Great pass.
Oh, J.O. made a wonderful pass, but Rylan Houck having some trouble, gets it back out to J.O., who's going to drive now, put it high off the glass and good. He's been
occupational hazard for sure.
Darrell's moved from one end to the other. He hasn't got hit yet, so maybe that'll set one up to go flying in that way. Not that I would want anything bad to happen to him. Boy, there's a long 3.
It wasn't just the 20 points and 7 rebounds. It was the 4 assists, 4 steals. Ognacevic with the knockdown.
For sure. Like the story of Wally Pip, though, that the guys on the bench have to stay ready. Someone's out hurt, someone gets in foul trouble. If you take advantage of your moment, you can become Lou Gehrig.
Asman has a couple of field goals already after getting 3 points the other night at Duquesne. Ognacevic twisting, turning, spinning, shooting, and scoring. He's a throwback type player. Boogie Flan initiating some contact, no whistle, and no basket.
See, with his athleticism, I think if he focused on a glass finish right there, he could still finish it, but he was looking for the foul.
J.O. steps out, Reigns in the 3. The big man now in double figures with the catch, the spin, the basket.
We're talking about Boogie Flan's quickness. You can't teach the Arrows' athleticism. You also can't teach 7-3.
Nope, you can't. It's a weapon to have. Although J.O. got loose, and that was an easy lay-in. How about the tip from Brazil with the left hand? Largest lead for Arkansas.
Good switch right there. They're going to look to attack this.
How about Pruitt? How many times is he going to look up and see 7-3 guarding him at the top of the key?
Not often.
Even J.O. spinning, twisting, and scoring. Maybe an extra turn